have done multiple hair growth secrets videos from different countries around the world, from India to Native American to the Yao women in China. And I thought in this video, I will compile all my best tips from all these different cultures so that we can apply them and use them as we get into this new year. Let's start with Indian hair growth secret. So India, this will come as no shock, but the first hair growth secret from them is hair oiling. They are the kings and queens of hair oiling. They just know the right ingredients. They know the correct way to do the scalp massage. Like everything about it is just great. They believe in doing a hot oil or warm oil massage, which means you get any kind of oil that you use on your scalp that you love. They usually use some kind of Ayurvedic oils. They heat them up, not in the microwave or directly on a pot. You get it and put it into whatever container it is and put it in a cup, a mug, anything that can hold some warm water so that it can heat the oil through the bottle. And then you put that all over your scalp. Massage that into your scalp really well, and then after that's done, you can leave it in your hair overnight, or you can leave it in your hair for maybe just 30 minutes and then proceed to wash your hair, and it is extremely beneficial for your hair growth. It stimulates blood circulation, it nourishes your hair follicles, and it promotes hair growth. Now, Indians like to use coconut oil, sesame oil, or almond oil. I would choose almond oil from these three because coconut oil is just one of those oils that works really well for some people and really badly for other people. I'm in the really badly camp. My hair does not like coconut oil. Second tip from Indians, and this is using Ayurvedic herbs. Now, one of their favorite ones is bringraj. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this ingredient is amazing for hair growth. It's actually known as the king of hair in India. It is like the #1 hair growth herb, spice, and it not only promotes hair growth, but it prevents premature graying and also strengthens the hair strands. So usually they make a recipe where they just get bringraj and then they mix it with coconut oil, kind of like a paste, and then apply it to their scalp. But if you want to use it in a more modern way, like a way that you'd be able to use very efficiently, you should be able to find a really good oil, but always read the ingredients, because I find that a lot of Indian oils that are sold outside of India have the first ingredient as mineral oil, and then they'll have like amla or a bunch of stuff. The one I actually found it in a local Indian store. It's called Kesh King. This is the brand, and it's an Ayurvedic oil, and you can use this 2 to 3 times a week, which is what is recommended. This is actually considered like a clinical product in India, according to the packaging at least, and it helps with hair loss due to stress, fatigue, tiredness, reduces hair fall, helps regrow hair. It even helps with dandruff and dermatitis, and the ingredients are all Indian oils or herbs. It doesn't have any mineral oil or anything like that. Like everything is all different kind of herbs. It has brahmi, it actually has bringraj, it has amla, mustard seeds, it's got fenugreek, it's got hibiscus, neem oil. It has so many different amazing oils, and I would highly recommend this. I'm recommending this specific one because I have seen it on Amazon, and it also has so many great reviews, so I don't even know how I had never heard of it before. Disclaimer, my sister, who is extremely sensitive to scents, she says that this smells like toilet cleaner or something. I don't know. You also can't take my word for it because I have a terrible sense of smell, but everyone else, when they smell it, it just smells very like kind of spicy and herby. So it might not be an oil you want to just like leave in your hair. But even if you really don't like the smell, you can just leave it in your hair for like an hour, wash it out, or put it in your hair the night before, wash it out the next morning, and you're good to go because it's worth it. The next hair growth secrets we are going to, the next place we are learning from, are Native Americans. Now, they have gorgeous, long, thick, full hair, multiple different textures. I know we usually only see like the really long, straight hair, but they also have curly hair as well. Some of the hair is a little bit coarser, some of the hair is finer, but they do have long hair. I know that there's a lot of Native Americans now that are very modern. They cut their hair and they bleach their hair, they dye their hair, they do whatever they want. I'm talking about, for all of these, like the basic ancient traditions that have been passed down, and that I'm sure all of them still use certain parts of it, and this is what we can apply to ourselves as well. So the Native Americans, where they shine is aloe vera and stinging nettle. And you're noticing a theme here, there's a lot of natural ingredients. Now, aloe vera is very easy to find even these days. Stinging nettle is not as easy to find, but you can find a lot of supplements and products that contain it already. So Native Americans love to not only apply these products to their hair, but also to ingest them. So when it comes to aloe vera, you can find foods that contain aloe vera. You can make like smoothies with aloe vera. I am slightly allergic to aloe vera and I can't stand the taste, so I will not be ingesting it. But with stinging nettle, you can have a stinging nettle tea. I've taken supplements from Iris Store that contain stinging nettle, and there's other supplements online that are even just nettle on their own. When it comes to hair products, African Pride and I think Maui Moisture, I don't really use them a lot. I'm not sure if I can recommend them as a great product, but these two use a lot of aloe vera in their ingredients. And there's so many products out there as well that incorporate aloe vera in them. And this next one is also very similar to the first one, and this is scalp stimulation. They also believe in getting in a really good scalp massage because it stimulates the follicles, it increases blood flow, it helps with thick, healthy, full hair. They like to use a bristle brush and a wooden comb as well to massage their scalp. And they also take this time to be mindful, and basically it's like a meditation. And this actually will help your hair growth, not with some like you don't have to believe in any higher power or anything. This is not what it is. The scientific way is just that stress is one of the leading causes of premature graying and hair fall, hair loss, terrible hair in general. So if you can reduce your stress, it will massively increase your hair growth. And so if you take a mindful approach and you take this time to either pray, just stay calm, to meditate, and just focus on massaging your scalp and taking deep breaths, that will actually really help relax you and distress you, and it'll promote hair growth. Now let's go to Africa, where I'm from. African hair growth secrets. There are so many out there, but again, I'm picking the top ones that are like more general. So where Africans shine across the different countries, across the continent, protective styling. You will see so many different types of protective styling, from braids to twists, head wraps, and cornrows. This is one of the most transformative things, and you see that across every single culture, they also protective style. But I'd say Africa is number one because there's so many different types. However, we do like our styles to look very neat, which means there's a chance you can get traction alopecia, okay? So you want to make sure that the styles are done very gently, not too tight. You're being very mindful, very demure as you're keeping those protective styles. Make sure that you're still moisturizing your hair in those protective styles. And the more protective style, if you do it correctly, the better chance you have to retain length, because our hair is a little bit more on the drier side. It is on the curly side, which means it takes much longer for the oils to travel down the shaft of our hair, making it a lot more prone to dryness and breakage. So protective styles will make a massive difference. My personal favorite is cornrows, but whatever one that works best for you would be ideal. While doing this, you also want to make sure that you're still sleeping on a satin pillowcase with a satin bonnet, and ensure that you are taking breaks in between your protective styles. Like right now, I'm on a break, my hair is blown out. I will be going back into cornrows in about a week. This next hair growth secret might sound very similar to the first one, but it's not. And this is low manipulation. There is a big difference between low manipulation and protective styling. The hairstyle I have right now, this is low manipulation. I don't need to detangle my hair. I don't need to comb it. I can put it in a loose bun. That is low manipulation. My ends are out, so it's not necessarily a protective style, but the manipulation is very low. And this even comes to washing hair. I'm not washing my hair every day and brushing through it and detangling it. I'm just sort of leaving it alone. So if you manipulate your hair as little as possible, that will also help you retain a lot of length, because not everyone wants a protective style. But if you reduce the manipulation, you'll still get great benefits. Now we're off to China. I'm sure you can guess what I'm going to say, okay? China, longest hair village, the Yao women, their number one secret is rice water, okay? I've made tons of videos on how to make rice water, and I'll link one of those at the end of this video. But making rice water is just amazing. Rice water on the scalp, on the hair shaft, stimulates hair growth. It helps build up a little bit of protein. It strengthens the hair. It's one of the few DIYs that a lot of people see results very quickly, and you don't have to make it yourself, okay? If you don't want to make it, there are tons of products these days that have rice water rinses, rice water infused products, and you can still get the benefits that way without having to do the DIY if you're lazy or you just don't want to. Another thing is to ensure that the rice water is fermented, not just regular rice water, because I find that fermented works so much better. Now the second one, you notice that it is very similar to a lot of these other ones, and this is also a scalp massage, except the Chinese people like to use a jade comb. Now they believe in healing properties of the jade stone by itself, which is why they prefer to use jade. They also use wooden combs and other things, but the jade one is the most popular. It is also nice because it's extremely soft. The edges are soft. There's no sharp lines. It is usually cold, which feels very nice and soothing on your scalp. And as you comb through your hair with it or just massage your scalp with it, it's extremely stimulating to the scalp, and it's also relaxing, and it relieves tension and really promotes hair growth. There are actually so many different types of jade combs available on Amazon. I don't have one yet, but I really want to get one. I've been looking to get one, so if I find like a great one, I will link it in the description box below, as well as any other products that are related to this video that you might be interested in. Now let's move to the next one, and this is Greece, which is also sort of where I'm from. So the number one Greek, or I would even say Mediterranean hair growth secret is the Mediterranean diet. This makes a massive difference because if you're not healthy internally, whatever you do topically is not going to make much of a difference, okay? The Mediterranean diet has been chosen as one of the most healthy diets in the world. It is extremely balanced. It's mostly made up of whole foods. It is very colorful. You want to eat the rainbow. As many colors as possible means more antioxidants, more micronutrients, macronutrients. You just want to make sure that you're eating lots of fruits, vegetables, very little processed foods, a good balance of protein, carbs, and fats. Healthy fats like olive oil and healthy proteins that are rich in omega acids like fish and seafood. And this really radiates in your hair. My camera overheated and turned off. I don't know where it continued, but anyway. The second Greek / Mediterranean hair growth secret is olive and rosemary oil, okay? This is no shock, okay? I think my Greek roots are the reason why I love rosemary oil so much. And I cannot live without olive oil. And both of these are amazing for hair growth, both if you ingest them and also if you apply them topically. Mediterraneans cook with olive oil all the time. They top it on salads, they cook with it, they put it on their hair, they put it on their skin, and rosemary is also used a lot for cooking and also for hair. The ancient Greeks have been combining olive oil and rosemary for their hair for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. It has been used to promote thick, lustrous hair that is healthy and full. And you see that a lot of them, although they don't always have like the Yao women, like pitch black hair, it's still really thick even if it's gray. But the traditional way to make rosemary oil is one of the easiest DIYs out there, and I actually have a lot of videos on how to make rosemary oil, so I will link one at the end of this video. The reason why I keep suggesting modern products, like you can just buy an oil that already has rosemary in it. You can buy conditioners and shampoos like Biore that have rice water from the Yao women in China. It is because the only hair growth product, the only hair growth routine, the only hair growth thing that will work is the one that you're going to do, okay? If you use rice water one time and then you never use it again, it's pointless. If you use rosemary oil for 1 month and then you never use it again because you're too lazy to make it, or you're just like, it just slipped your mind, it's not going to do anything. So the best thing that will work is the one that you're going to use. And so even if it means not using the most optimized version, if you can still get the benefits somehow, that's still better than doing nothing. The one DIY that I always stick to, because it's the easiest though, is the rosemary oil one. So you can actually watch this video right here if you'd like to see how I make my rosemary oil. Hit my face right there to subscribe if you didn't in the beginning. Let me know what your favorite tip is, or one that I haven't shared, in the comment section below, because we would love to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.